Okay, here we go. Um, Doing this because I don't even know why. Um, so we multiply 5 and 36. I'm going to grab a calculator here because I'm lazy. And it's probably taking me longer to grab the calculator and do this than it would have taken me to do my head, but so be it. 36 times 5 gives me 180, and that gives me 12b. When I multiply through this way, we're going to divide both sides by 12. And so b is 15. Next, we're going to cross multiply here. 6 times 35 is 0, carry the 3, that's 210, equals 42p. To undo multiplication, we divide. And so 210 divided by 42, p equals 5. We want to know what value will make this equivalent. So we're going to go x over 9 equals 5 over 6. Cross multiply. That's going to give us 6x equals 45. Divide both sides by 6. That's going to give us x equals 7.5. Next one, which is different, find both answers. So what that means is that we're going to do all the problems. 3 times 8 is 24. 12 times x is 12x. We're going to divide both sides by 12. And so x equals 2. Then we're going to find x, so that 3 over 8, well, 3 over x is the same as 12 over 8. Hey, this is the exact same problem as before, so lather, rinse, repeat. X is 2. Here we have 3/12 equals x over 8. Not 100% sure that this is not the same, so I'm going to do the work here. 3 times 8 is 24. 12 times x is 12x. We divide both sides by 12, and that gives us that x is 2. And so over here we have 12 times 8 is 96. 3 times x is 3x. We divide both sides by 3. That gives us 32 equals x. So this one is the one that's different. Next, a bunch of people in 5th hour asked me about this. A ferry travels 45 miles every 1.5 hours. 1.5 is probably better, represented as 1.5. And then how far, that's x, do we travel in 3 hours? The 3 goes in the denominator then. We cross multiply. We have 1.5. X equals 135. We divide both sides by 1.5. And x is 90 miles. My board's acting up, but we're almost halfway through our work. Solving proportions again, so we're cross multiplying here. That's 16n equals 160. Divide both sides by 16. That gives us n equals 10. Over here, we're cross multiplying this way. 9 times 64 ends in a 6. Carry the 3, that's a 7, and that's 50. There we go. Equals 10d. We divide both sides by 10, and so we get d equals 5.76. I'm just going to double check here to make sure because I scare myself sometimes. Nope, I'm right. All right. Your friend solves a proportion. Are they correct? Explain the reasoning. Well, looking at this, they've got M24, which is fine. They've got 8 times 15, which is fine. They don't show the work to get there, though, so I better do that myself. So we got 24M equals 8 times 15, which is 120. So we divide both sides by 24. And M equals 120 divided by 24 is indeed 5. So my friend's right, but they could really stand to show more work, couldn't they? Without solving, determine whether they have the same solution. Take a look at reasoning. Okay, so if we look here, the 3 is associated with the 15. 3 is associated with the 15. The 4 and the x are together. The 4 and the x are together. The 4/3 here, the x and 15 there. These are all set up in the same location. What I'm talking about is this. If you go a over b equals c over d, if you start to rotate things around, a over c equals b over d is also the same proportion. And then likewise, if you keep rotating things around, put a down here and c over here and d up here and b over there, that's the same proportion. And if you have a over here and b over here and c over here and d over here, that's the same proportion. No, I have that the wrong way. Whoops. D should have been here. I'm sorry, I screwed that up. D should be here and C should be here. What I want you to notice in all of these, no matter what happens, A is always multiplying D. A is multiplying D. A is multiplying D. A is multiplying D. So if we look here, x is multiplying 3, x is multiplying 3. 4 and 15 are multiplying together. So these have got to be the same thing. They are equivalent, which is the fancy word for they have the same solution, but it's easier to write equivalent than they have the same solution. They are equivalent because x multiplies 3 in both and 4 multiplies 15 in both. Yeah, I guess that's the other one that I haven't. No, that's not really there. Yeah, I guess the other one that's not there is the whole switcheroony places one, where you start off with A and D, but you switch B and C. That one actually, yeah. So, use the table to write and solve the proportion. We've got 15 over 2.5, m over 4, cross multiply. 15 times 4 is 60. 2.5 m, divide both sides by 2.5. 60 divided by 2.5 gives me 24. So m equals 24 miles. Last two, here we go. We've got x is to 0.25 as 6 is to 1.5, cross multiply. That's 1.5x equals, we're doing 6 times 0.525, that's 1.5. Oh, well, we divide both sides by 1.5, and x equals 1. 7/4 to 14, and x to 32. 32. 7/4 times 32 is 56. I got that because 32 divided by 4 is 8, times 7 is 56. And then we have 14x. We divide both sides by 14. And x would equal 4. So there we go. Hope this helps you to finish your work. Bye.